Do you have a Facebook? Have you thought about the privacy you put at risk? The Facebook allows users to post their favorite music, books, movies, their address, hometown, phone number, email, clubs, jobs, educational history, birth dates, sexual orientation, interests, daily schedules, exactly how they are related to friends, upload pictures of themselves, and even political affiliations. Its privacy policy even goes so far as to state it also collects information about you from other sources, such as newspapers and instant messaging services. This information is gathered regardless of your use of the website. Think that's scary? The Facebook's term of service state, by posting member content to any part of the website, you automatically grant, and you represent and warrant that you have the right to grant to Facebook an irrevocable, perpetual, non-exclusive, transferable, fully paid, worldwide license with the right to sub-license to use, copy, perform, display, reformat, translate, excerpt, in whole or in part, and distribute such information and content, and to prepare derivative works of, or incorporate into other works, such information and content, and to grant and authorize sublicenses of the foregoing. Have you seen the Facebook's Pulse feature? Pulse provides statistical trends among universities down to minute details such as percentages of females with conservative views, the student body's top 10 movies, and percentage of students who have read Catcher in the Rye. The so-called privacy policy goes on to say that they may share your information with third parties, including responsible companies with which they have a relationship. Can you think of any marketing group who would pass up buying such valid yet easily collected statistics such as these and others? So maybe they're using us.
Social networking sites like YouTube, MySpace, and Facebook have become very popular to keep in touch with people. But some of the content posted on these sites can be questionable at times. And what many might not realize is, as the popularity of these sites escalates, the amount of employers and schools who monitor the websites rises as well. And that can end up costing that person big time. It's become synonymous with the younger generation.
It's become popular. A lot of people know about it, and it's a way for them to be connected with friends far away.
She's talking about social networking and video sites like Facebook, MySpace, and YouTube. Millions of people use the free sites as a way to express themselves through words, pictures, and video. It can seem innocent enough as just getting your photo taken, but that one photo can end up on a social networking site like MySpace, accessible to over 210 million people. And while some of the videos and pictures are G-rated, others are quite the opposite.
There's some pictures on there that people probably don't want on there. Maybe they don't know, or they do. And
you see the pictures they take, they're just wanting to get looked at.
Judging by these photos, these girls aren't afraid of attention. This girl's page is public, meaning anyone can view her page. That's how I'm able to show you. Her age is listed as 20 years old, and in her photos, she makes clear references to her consumption of alcohol. Some say the consequences of posting photos like these can be great.
There was a girl from my hometown who was going to a college in North Carolina, and there was pictures of her underage drinking on MySpace, and the dean saw it and actually sent her home, and she was not allowed to come back to school.
She and others admit they've seen videos and pictures posted that make them wonder what would prompt someone to do so.
There's definitely been things posted where everybody's like, oh my gosh, you have to watch this, like why would somebody put this up?
A reminder that in this day and age, in the world of cyberspace, everyone's watching. Now, there are privacy settings for both MySpace and Facebook. On MySpace, this means only people the user approves to be a friend can view his or her page. On Facebook, a user can select specific groups that are able to view a person's page.
Certainly, most people in social networking sites are fine and are not having problems. It's only when the activity is done to the exclusion of other things that need to get done, work, socializing, family time, taking care of basic personal needs, that we really kind of find ourselves in problems.
Now, I know we talked earlier, so you said you haven't really seen or dealt with a case of Facebook addiction, but you have dealt with online addiction.
Yeah.
And it's somewhat similar, I guess.
Sure. Well, any online activity or almost any repeated behavior can become problematic. Other online addictions tend to be more centered on either gambling or pornography. Some people become quite dependent on chat rooms as their only source of social engagement and would prefer to be online interacting with people that they really don't know as opposed to out there in the world living their life. And those are more common problems of internet addictions.
And you were saying, too, that this is more of a generational kind of addiction, too. You're seeing a lot of younger people that would have this as opposed to older.
Yeah, well, the social networking sites had started with the younger generation, and for many people in their 20s, to have a Facebook page or a MySpace page or some other networking site is just as normal as for us to be interacting on a telephone. Although more recently, more mature adults are getting much more involved in Facebook and some others, and are finding it quite useful.
Okay, so you're thinking that there might actually be a lot more cases out there than you might think.
Well, I think in terms of people having problems in terms of people having problems with Facebook or other social networking sites as addictive, some things to look out for is if they are not having much other social activity, if they're avoiding friends or they're not really making friends or having social interactions in the real world, that might indicate a problem.
Why don't you have a seat over there, please, right on the stool for me.
You just never know what kind of an excuse a suspected sex predator will come up with when he's confronted. This 25-year-old, Robert Graber, described online in graphic detail how he was going to take the virginity of a 13-year-old. Now he says it was all a ruse.
I really wasn't going to do anything. I was just going to come here. I thought it was a prank, and I was going to leave.
And which one of your friends did you think was
I don't know.
pulling this prank?
I have a lot of people.
A lot of practical jokers?
Yes.
Right here in
And
town.
when they're unfamiliar with To Catch a Predator, they usually think, I'm with law enforcement.
Are you a detective?
I'm not a detective.
Sir, I'm really sorry.
And it seems like 25-year-old Robert Graber can't figure out what's going on.
Sir, are you going to hurt me?
I'm not going to hurt you.
Is anyone in the house going to hurt me?
Nobody's going to hurt you.
Am I going to go to jail?
That's not up to me.
And when he finds out he's going to be on national television,
I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC.
he gives some sage advice.
Do not mess around online. It can get you really in trouble.
Okay.
I'm extremely sorry, sir.
I appreciate that.
And I hope I don't go to jail or anything. Thank you.
But he will end up in jail tonight.
He's coming out.
The police from the Ocean County Prosecutor's Office move in and arrest him.
Please don't move! Lay flat, relax. Lay flat. Relax. Relax.